Hi, I'm Laura with Rethunk Junk by Laura, and today is our fourth video in the Ho 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 series, the home how-tos for the holidays. And today we are going to paint fabric. We've got 4 dining chairs here in different states of progression. This was the before on all of them, and so we're going to dress this one up and paint the fabric. And it's kind of like a cooking show where I have like this one in the oven and I'll pull it out and this one so that we can show you the whole process, because this does take a minute to dry, a minute longer than it would to just do it all on the same chair in the video. Before we start, I don't want to forget, we're going to do the winners for the last couple weeks that we've been doing things. So for the Joy sign, the winner is Dwight Gaylor. He is actually one of our retailers in California, and I know the whole friends and family and blah 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 shouldn't win. But the reason he won is because he's the very first person who sent me a picture of doing any of our projects that made me think, hey, we need to get pictures and we need to do the contest. So no more retailers, no more people that are related, no more family will ever win. But I did want to say thank you to him. He's the one that started the whole thing, and so he wins. So if you will message me, Dwight, we will hook up with you and get you your prize. The tree that we did, the cute little tree project that we did, winner for that one is Judy Duncan, and she actually did hers and made it out of paint sticks because she's an overachiever, and so she actually built her little tree. It was absolutely adorable. And then cabinets, there were 2 people that won on cabinets. One is Brianna Garcia and one is Cheryl Donovan. So I'll post those names, but if you heard your name, then message me and we'll get you the paint kit. If you're watching today, you can still go back and do any of those projects and send them in, and we'll, enter you for the next week. And then do your chairs or paint some fabric, because painting fabric is absolutely phenomenal. The first step when you're painting fabric is, we're starting with this one right here. Let's do our supply list. Painting fabric. You need something to paint. And then you need a spray bottle that has a mixture of 80% water and 20% fabric softener. And I'll tell you what we're going to do with that in just a second, but you got to have that. You need some Rethunk Junk paint, you need a sander, and you need Rethunk Junk flat top or tough top. That's one of our sealers for the last step. So those are the essentials. Then there's some other fun stuff you can throw in if you want to. So we're doing these chairs because normally if I got them, I don't have the skills to cover these. I don't have the skills to pop the back off. Those 3 seem to be pretty good. This one, of course, as I say that, the back's almost coming off. But even if it was coming off, I don't have the skills to make that look good on the front and the back and do the little corners and stuff. Probably half of you are laughing because you're like, well, that's a no-brainer. I could totally do that. But there are other pieces that are tricky that you just can't recover, and painting it is a great option. So taking the seat off, and on all of the rest of them, we've painted everything the contrasting color already. So this one, we're just going to focus on the fabric, though. We got our spray bottle of 80% water, 20% fabric softener. The nice thing about this step is it smells so good. It's got some dingleberries on it. We'll get off. Okay, and you don't have to do this. You're just gonna spray it. This will soften the fabric softener, but it will also, in addition to making it smell lovely, it also soaks into the fabric a little bit so that you're not using as much paint. It takes a little more paint to paint fabric because it's going to soak in. Once you have sprayed it, you spray it and then you just start painting. I won't paint the whole thing, but you just want to get the paint on there. And doesn't it smell good, Katie?
Yeah, I was just noticing that actually.
I know, it's fresh and clean. So you just want a decent coat of paint on there, and you want to cover as much as you can. It's going to soak in. It's going to look better now than when it soaks in. And I have found that with the fabric, I completely paint the fabric all the way to the edge, because then I can go back in when I'm doing the wood and I can touch it up. I can paint over that with our contrasting color. I guess you could do it the other way. That's just my personal preference. So that's all you're going to do to start, is you're going to get a coat of paint on the whole thing. These have a front and a back side. I'll show you the back side in a minute. So that's your first step. Then you're going to wait for it to dry. I was figuring, okay, wait for it to dry. We'll come back the next day. But the fan turned on. It actually dried in about 30-40 minutes. I guess that would depend on how much paint you slather on there, and it would depend on how big the piece is. But I got these little puppies to dry in, I'd say 30-45 minutes. So step 1, done. Then this is, first coat is dry. So this would be so much more effective if all of you were here and you could feel it. But what we're going to do next is we're going to sand the fabric. So that's our first coat. We put it on here and it's dry. We're going to sand it now. And I am going to sand it. I want you to see, you can actually see a difference. So. Okay, I don't know, Katie, if you can get a camera angle or not where you can see that this is smooth and this is not. Can you tell the difference? See what the paint did to the fabric where it kind of makes it like...
Yeah, it's kind of scratchy there and it's smoother there.
Right. And you'll see it makes a big difference when we brush it off. Are you focused in there, Katie? Look at all the dust coming off. Okay?
Oh, you can barely see the dust on the camera, but there is stuff there.
There's a lot... Look, do you see that? I'll do it again on the next chair because we got to sand again. Next time you better catch it because it's impressive. Okay, so, and it makes a huge difference. If you could feel this, that feels so soft. This, scratchy, not so much. So next step is you're going to sand it after you've done that. And, okay, I didn't sand the back. This has 2 coats. So see how I couldn't have, I don't know, I just don't have the skills to make that look like it's supposed to look. So see how scritchily it looks? Okay, can you tell? Is that a good view there?
Yeah, cameras are so much less
How's
better
that?
than eyes, and that grammar was awful.
All right. Okay. All right, ready? This should be impressive,
Okay,
all
let's
right?
see.
Here we go. Was it not? Did you not see it?
Not super impressive. You can tell a
Look.
difference like on the fabric.
Look, up in the air.
Oh,
See
you
all
can
that
kind of
dust?
see it that time.
Yeah, okay. There is actually a lot of sanding dust that comes off. Now, Katie pointed out earlier when I was doing this and trying to impress her, yeah, that's great. It looks like it's like green and stuff. The base of this paint color, which we're using sandstone, has a little bit of green in it. So once you've sanded, that feels so nice. Once you've sanded, just touch that up. So you'll come in with your brush, not a huge, big, thick, make it feel gunky coat again, but enough to just kind of cover what doesn't make you happy so that it all looks good. So you come in, touch up what you need to touch up. All right. So then it'll dry and everything will look the same color and it'll be all fabulous. All right. So now we've got that painted.